Hey everybody, this is Digby. I'd like to thank you all for stopping by, and today we're taking a quick look at Hydroneer, the game that has very quickly become my go-to relaxation game. Now Hydroneer is kind of well, it's a mining simulator basically. It's a very, very simple mining simulator, but it's also an engineering game and a factory game, and it's the best aspects of a lot of different kinds of games all kind of boiled together and mashed into a really, really awesome little thing. And it's got some fantasy sprinkled on it. You can see the castle in the background, and I don't know. I feel like kind of a dwarf. In my head, this is a dwarf simulator, but it's got cars in it. So yeah, just roll with it. It's fine. Okay, we're here on the main menu where you got your 4 save slots and you got new game continue, etc. But I wanted to point out that down here there's this short video tutorial button. And that's a link to a YouTube video the dev did, and when I say the dev, I mean literally the dev. It's one guy, and I can't think of his name right now, but thank you, dude, for this game. This is brilliant. But yeah, it's a short video tutorial on how to get started, and I highly recommend you check it out. It will get you rolling. I was completely at sea until I watched that. Now, I've actually come quite a long ways. I've been tweaking and redesigning my setup forever. I've learned a lot of things from watching other people play it on YouTube and, streams and stuff on Twitch, and I think I've got a pretty good setup. But let's go take a look at it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, and I absolutely love the music. The music is brilliant. So here we are. We're at my place, and as you can see, I got a great big excavator, which is kind of anachronistic compared to the castles, but I've actually got 2 or 3 of those running around the map here. I've got my little go-to truck. Those are the 2 main vehicles, in fact the only 2 vehicles. Your excavator for digging up a lot of dirt in a hurry, and the little truck for just going to town and buying stuff, and there is a lot of stuff to buy, trust me, and bringing it back and putting it together. So yeah, your main goal is to mine gold. There's actually 4 different resources, I think. Yeah, I'm going to say 4. But you've got gold, iron, shards, which are these little blue glowy things, and they basically are used for like magic water pressure, I guess is the way you'd put it. Oh, and gems, which are down there. But here, we'll run through the whole system. I'll show you how it works. Everything in this game is essentially powered by water. So the first thing you have to do is you have to get water into a pipe system. And I have run it all the way over here because this is the hard edge of the game where you can't actually do anything. You're not allowed to dig. You can't even place dirt on it. But as you can see, you've got this sort of thing, like the crossover zone, and this is the soft dirt that you can dig up and, mine for gold and do all the other fun stuff. And, okay, let's see. So, you got your water pressure, or your water comes in through here. You've got an on-off valve, which is fairly self-evident what that does. You've got these little things, which are like the magic water pressure things, and they run on bars of shards. So you just drop a bar in there and you increase your water pressure a lot. And then you've got a filter, which filters out the sponge basically, because your miners and your extractor and stuff will all get damaged eventually if you use unfiltered water. So yeah, you definitely want the water filter for sure, because things do break in this game. You have got little repair kits. That stupid filter, in fact, breaks all the damn time. So yeah, it's a management thing, but you can set the factory up any way you want to. You can run it. You're only limited by water pressure because the longer the distance the pipes run, the lower the pressure gets. And if you don't have enough water pressure, the belts don't turn properly. They won't move dirt. Everything else goes just slack, and everything backs up, and it makes a hell of a mess. And then you have to fix it and deal with it. And I mean, it's fun, but it's also a majorly pain in the ass. So let's take a look at the different kinds of mining you can do. Now I've left a bucket over there specifically, so I'll get my shovel out of the tool racks. You gotta love the tool racks. I'll get my shovel and we'll go dig some dirt. Because in the beginning, that's all you really get. You're panning for gold essentially. You get 1 pan, 1 bucket, 1 basic shovel. This is actually the quite good shovel, and a brush to do the dirt, and I'll show you how that all works. So we'll dig the dirt, we'll dump it in the bucket. Dig a little dirt, dump it in the bucket. And there we go. We now have some dirt. Now this dirt is the dirt that will have, it's what they call pay dirt. It will have resources in, which is good. Whoops, there we go. And, I mean, there is a bit of a learning curve with this game, I'll give you a heads up. Because sometimes you aim with the blue cursor in the middle, and sometimes you aim with the little green cursor that just tells you directly down from whatever you're holding. So you put dirt in the pan, and then you gotta pour some water on it. And we've got our water, whoop, get past the invisible wall here. Come on. There we go. Yeah. We get some water. Where did my bucket go? Thank you. Like I said, early access game, and it is only single dev. I will tell you for a fact that the collision physics are the only thing janky I've encountered with it. I mean, the collisions can be almost comical at times, how badly they go. But yeah, as far as stability goes, the game runs perfectly. I've not had any issues with it crashing at all. Alright, back on track here. So you put your water in your pan, you grab your brush, which I've got hanging up here, and you basically brush it, and you get some resources. And there we go. We've got 2 or 3 little gold nuggets, which is kind of nice. And you can just leave those right in the pan, and when you do more, it will actually just end up more of them on top of it. But yeah, we'll just go put them in the thingy here. I have my little gold doodah. Ah, there we go. Get these all nicely melted up. I think I should have a lot of gold in there by now. So that's it. That's basic mining. It's literally as basic as it gets. Now, the thing about this is there are 4 cores. You get one that you start with, and then there are 3 others you can buy. In fact, let's take a look at the map. Alright, we are in, if you can see down in the bottom there, South Hope. This is the biggest core of all. It goes the deepest. And then, of course, you've got the middle one and the top one there are shallower and shallower as you get cheaper and cheaper. And then you get your free one, which is only like 1 level down and has a bit of a deep area where you can get the slightly better stuff. Because in this game, the deeper you go, the better you do. And I mean, for example, you saw the size of the nuggets we got out of that. Oh, where'd my bucket go? Yeah, you saw the size of the nuggets we got out of that little bit of surface dirt. If we take that same shovel and bucket, bear with me here, because, again, you can only carry one thing at a time, and I know that can be a bit of a faff. So I'll edit this bit out. I mean, it'll only be like 2 minutes, but I'll edit it out just for the sake of speed, and I'll catch you down below. Okay, I am back. I've got my shovel, I got my bucket, and as you can see, we are at the lowest point. This is solid bedrock under me. You can't dig into it at all. I'm trying. And as you can see, we are quite a ways down. I've made this rather impressively large hole so that I can get my excavator down into it. And we will cover that in a minute. But yeah, you really want to get as far down as possible to mine. And I will show you exactly why. Oh, this is actually dirt over here, isn't it? Get my dirt. Get a little bit more dirt. This is the lowest dirt you can get. Now this is the exact same thing as last time. We've just gotten 1 bucket of plain old dirt with a plain old shovel. And I will meet you back at the pan, and I will show you exactly what the difference is between the low-level resources and the high-level ones. So I will see you in a minute again. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I've already dumped the dirt in the pan. I've got the water ready to dump on it, and let's see if it shows us what a difference there is between low-down resources and surface resources. There we go. This is an iron nugget from down... Whoa. Okay, yeah, the game desperately needs some optimization. It does that every once in a while. But as I was saying, that's an iron nugget from down low, and you remember the size of the little nuggets we got from up top. Imagine gold ones that size, and you get an idea of exactly why the bottom resources are better. So this is basically my setup is for both kinds of mining. And what happens is the dirt. I've got these 4 ram miners, which are set to work on surface resources, which is why they're sitting up here on the surface. I have had to pile the dirt up a little bit under them just to get them to function the way I want, because I want them to be above the belt when they throw their resource out. Now basically it mines stuff, it spits it out on this belt. Now I've got this thing, which is a separator, and I've got it set to gold because there will never ever be gold go through the front, so everything will come out the back. And I'm using this essentially to just center things, you know, so the lumps go up this belt and hit the resource extractor spot on the middle and not get clumped up here at the top. And that will spit everything down onto this belt below it, and sometimes past it. Yeah, it gets spit down on here, it goes up through here, it gets divided up. The gold goes into this one, the iron comes out of that one, the shards go out of that one, and all of those go over here, where they land in these cauldrons, which, thank you to Iron Cujo for teaching me the little trick last night about putting the corrugated under them so that you can center everything easier. I really appreciate that, works a treat. And then the gems come out the end because you don't actually do anything with the gems except grind them down into prettiness. In fact, I don't know if it makes a difference. Let's find out what a difference there is, because the way the economics of this game work is the more raw a resource is, the less it's worth. So let's say, for example, this giant ruby is worth 31 coins. But if I run it through the grinder, now it's worth 52 coins. So yeah, you definitely want to make the effort to go through and grind stuff. Oh, sorry. I'm trying desperately not to sneeze here. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I had to take a quick break there for a second. Life happened. So let me grab my cauldron here. I'll dump this out. You basically get your resources, you melt them in the cauldron, and then you pour them into this thing, and you turn them into bars. As you can see, that's a little tiny bar, because it only had probably that couple of nuggets from the last one. But that's fine. It'll serve a purpose. Now let me just get this back. Again, there's a furnace underneath of this, which is why that works. And, oh, it's so much nicer not having to have those get all stupidly scattered all over hell in creation. And put the sorter back. Not the sorter, but the little funnel thing back. Now, I'm going to pass time and get through the next day, and then I'll show you mining. And we'll see the difference. So, yeah, essentially, you run the things, they spit the dirt on, it does this, and like I said, this is rigged for surface mining, and it's a pretty efficient little rig. We turn that on, get everything moving. We get our, oh yeah, we got little miners on. So yeah, they'll spit the rock out. Rock's supposed to be getting ground up now. Why did it not get ground up? Oh, it got stuck on the edge. Okay, well, let's see if it joins up. There it goes, now I got knocked in. Okay, yeah, dirt will clump together quite badly. So we should have a couple more coming here soon. Alright, that one got ground up. Nope, didn't have anything in it, I guess. Alright, next one. Oh, there was something in there. Alright, yeah, see the little gold nuggets coming out? They'll hit that splitter, and they'll get dumped in here, and then, whoop, down they go, into the little bucket. So yeah, you just leave this running, free gold. I have this left over. I found it on the map. I have no idea where it came from, but we'll run that through the system as well. Oh, actually, I'm going to run this through this end of the system, because I don't want to get clumped up in any bigger than that. Run that through. Let's see if we get anything bigger out of that. I can't remember if that's deep down dirt or just cheapy dirt. I would say that was deep down dirt right there. And in we go. Clump. And the cauldrons are infinite. They can hold as many resources as you care to dump into them. In fact, let's do... Oh, actually, let's do this. Let me... Alright, that's... Yeah, let me do this first, and then we'll play with it afterwards. So yeah, that's surface mining. And like I said, I can just leave this running, and unless something breaks, it'll run, well, without my attention whatsoever. But we'll take our excavator down, and we will do a little excavation mining. And this is the probably best way to get a lot of money quick. And it's a pain in the ass, and you have to really be careful to watch the fuel, I use that term loosely, the fuel mileage on this. Because if this thing runs out of water, it is an absolute faff to get it refueled. I mean, a real faff. Well, and there's your collision physics in action. We're gonna come down again? Yep. Alright, your best friend in this game is this little button over here that says unstuck. Because that will get you out of any trouble you get into. Let's go back. I'm going to edit all of that out, so enjoy that as a little treat if you see it left in. Or if I put it down as a bonus feature at the end. Because, yeah, it can be a little frustrating at times, but it is totally worth it. I mean, my test of an early access game has always been, okay, if the developer stopped right now, and this was all that was left, if this was the entire content of this game as it stands right now, what I just paid for, would I be happy with it? And the answer to that is a resounding yes. This is probably one of the best $10 bills I ever dropped in Steam's wallet. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. I have had so much fun with this game, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon. Oop, am I up against the wall here? What's the hold up? Why am I not grinding stuff up? Give me some dirt, damn it. There we go. So yeah, the drill controls are fairly simple once you figure them out. You've got the right mouse button, makes the front spin, and if you hold the left mouse button down, you can use the mouse to raise and lower the arms. So yeah, like I said, it's not rocket science, but it's not exactly clearly explained in the tutorials either. And the camera can be a little tricky sometimes as well, but we don't care. We'll just grab some more of this dirt. And I can tell you flat out, you will run out of... Oh, hey, we found my old mine. Yeah, that was the first setup I had that really didn't work very well. It was completely inefficient, and we were just going to pretend we didn't see it, because it was crap. It was so bad I didn't even bother to pick it back up. I just left it here. I mean, money realistically is not a problem you're going to have. Once you get rolling, you will have so much money you won't know what to do with it all. I think I've got probably 85,000 bucks sitting around somewhere. A little bit more than that even. Alright, that's close enough because we're down to a quarter of a tank. And we're going to cheese it a little bit, and we are going to just use the unstuck button to get out. And we're going to go over here, make sure everything's still running nice, and turn off the regular miners, and then run this bad boy. Actually, I want to keep one lump of dirt out for science. So I'm going to stick a couple. Alright, we're going to just unload a couple of lumps here. This is entirely for science. I'll show you why here in a little bit. Let's just get a couple out of the system. Now we go back up in here. Oh, I see sparks, do I? Or do I just see stuff being spit out? I guess I just see stuff being spit out. Oh, whoops, I fluffed that big time. I want to park under this nozzle. I actually have this thing set up for a refueling station as well. Whoops, which is quite nice. Oh, I did see sparks happening. Okay, yeah, pipe is completely separate from the filtered water. It just runs right off the main line, because the truck doesn't really care if your water's filtered or not. Yeah, just park underneath of it, turn it on, it should fill up quite quickly, and there we go. Now I'm completely refueled and ready to rock and roll for next time. Now let's go see if I did see sparks. I believe I did. Yep. And of course it's the goddamn water filter. So let's just get that repaired. And get these turned off, because I don't want this running. Whoa, get up there. Get these turned off. Oops, sorry. There we go. Okay, let those run through the system. Get out of their own way here. That should do it. Oh, that thing's sparking too. Jesus Christ. Everything's breaking down. Stop it. Oh. Including my ability to control the mouse. Okay, we're going to have new water pressure bars here fairly soon. But before that, let's just... Yeah, we'll park up here. And like you can see, the water thing lines exactly up with that little belt there. And I just spit things out and onto the belt, and away they go. And if you watch off there in the distance, you'll be able to see all the big resources landing on the belt and going into the sorter. Should be able to see it anyway. There it goes. Yep. So yeah, we'll just sit here and feed all these out. I don't know if this, because I had it, the way I had it before, it kept getting clumped up at the top. So let's just run this full tilt and see. Because you can dump this quite quickly. I've been letting it space itself out to avoid kerfuffles, but let's see if this gets clogged or not. Hopefully it will just run. Oh, alright, game glitched there for a second. I say glitch, it didn't really glitch. Oh no, that's just chunking right through there perfectly. Yeah, we're out of dirt, let's go watch it in action. Ah, yes, show me the money, honey. Oh, I got one gold nugget down there that got kiboshed off sideways. So yeah, as you can see, the excavation mining is definitely the way to go if you want to make a lot of money fast. And it would appear that I have made a bit of a mess in there. Which, I mean, it's inevitable. Your stuff's going to get gumped up. I mean, you just need one to land a little bit sideways, and everything will go sideways. So let me get this sorted out real quick, and then we will carry on with what you do after you get all your stuff mined. Okay, I'm back, and I apparently sent one of my corrugated pieces into space because I don't know where the hell it is anymore. I've completely lost it, but that's okay. I melted all those down, and I even dropped that little dinky bar in it as well, and we got the slightly bigger bar because I want to try a little science experiment just to show kind of how the economy of this game works and what I was talking about. So let's go get one of these two lumps, which you can then dump in the pan, just like a regular bucket of dirt. Just thump. Yeah, I'm trying like hell. I'm hoping like hell I can get a large gold nugget because I just want it to be... The demonstration's cooler with gold. So let's do this. Hopefully, please, 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 can I have a gold nugget? Please, can I have a gold nugget? Please. I say this. I don't know. The game's not very agreeable about being... Yeah, see, wish fulfillment. Not a thing. Yeah, worth pointing out, you do not always get resources out of every chunk of dirt. It will occasionally give you a blank. that's okay, because it just means we should get something out of this one. I mean, statistically, the odds are quite high. I'm not gonna, you know, roll 1 out of 10 twice. I don't think. I suppose it's possible, but... Yeah. Anyway, fingers crossed. Here's to hoping. We'll get this right. So keep here. We'll dump the water. Okay, now, without begging, can I please have just something nice? Effing iron nugget. Alright, well, I tell you what. I'm going to edit this down a little bit because I'm going to go get a goddamn gold nugget. That's just... I'm determined now. Okay, success. And not only did we get 1 gold nugget, we got 2 gold nuggets. But we'll play with this one, because that's a pretty good sized nugget. So yeah, this is kind of how the economy in the game works. I touched on it a little bit with the gems. But if you take your scales here, and you weigh this 1 single nugget, that's worth 78 coins. Alright, let me write that down. I suck at math. I have to have a pen and paper to do math. Sorry. Alright, so we have a 78 coin gold lump. And we will grab... I don't know if I have any little gems in here or not. Kind of hate to waste a big one, but... Alright, that looks a little smaller. And we have a gem that, on its own, is worth 28 coins. So, 78 and 28, and I know you've probably already done the math in your head because you're way better at math than I am. 106 coins total, I think, is what I got out of that. So, if you then grind this down, say, for example, you've got a 47 coin thing rather than the 28. So we're going to 47 coin gem, and that's as good as that one's going to get. We'll leave that there for right now. And we will take our nugget, which, as you remember, was worth 78 coins. We will melt it down, all on its little lonesome. That was incredibly quick. We'll melt it down, we'll dump it in here and turn it into a bar. And now, our 78 coin gold nugget, oops, I'm tripping over stuff. Actually, you go way down here, because that's where you're going to end up being anyway. Is worth 92 coins. So now we get a 92 coin bar and a 47 coin gem, giving us a grand total of 9. Carry the 1. I'm not carrying anything, I'm just being snarky. 139 coins. So we've already added 33 to the value of this thing. Now, you can, if you click on your anvil, as you can see, you can make a dagger, which requires 1 iron bar. You can do an axe, which requires 2, or you can do a sword that requires 3. And those are quite cool, but I'm not going to do one today, because it's a pain in the ass. And for gold, you have a ring, which is a single bar and a gem, or a necklace, which is 2 bars and a gem. And we want to do a ring. So you take your bar, and I have a furnace base here just for this. You heat it up, heat it nice and glowy. And you grab it with your bare hands, because, you know, dwarves. You leave it on the anvil, you get your hammer, this one, and you hit the anvil once, and you get a ring. And now our 139 coins worth of stuff is worth 169 coins. Say, whoop, shoot. There is a hammer you can use to lock these things down, and I haven't done that yet, as you can probably tell. So let me pick my ring up. I don't think I dropped a gem. Get that down. Oh, I did. I dropped 2 gems, damn it. It's kind of my Hall of Fame gems. These are like the best ones I've ever gotten. So, whoop, there we go. Alright, we got a bucket of crap to sell, so we'll just go sell that tomorrow. I'm going to grab some sleep. I will see you as soon as it turns daylight. Okay, I'm sitting here watching the sunrise, and I can't help but think that, I mean, the art style is fairly cartoonish, but it's really, really pretty. This is an absolutely gorgeous game. The art style completely works for me. I love it. I mean, come on, look at that. You can tell this is a passion project for him, because there's a lot of love goes into it. And he does keep up with the game quite handily. He's on top of it. He's done a lot of updates. And like I said, even if he abandoned it tomorrow morning, I'd be completely happy with what I've got to play with here now. So on the map, we are headed to the town of Bridgeport. I mean, he could use a little help with his naming skills, but yeah, because you originally start with like Bastion Keep, which is a little dinky town, and there's a stock market thing you can play, which is the little squiggly arrow, and that just basically tells you whether that merchant is paying above or below the market price. I've got so much money, I don't freaking care. I just pay the market price. I mean, I've got so much money, I'm beyond stupidity. I can do whatever I want to with this game. And build a house. I could build a mansion if I wanted, and still afford it. So okay, we'll take our gems and our rings and all our loose crap, and we'll drive to town. and I'll show you town real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. So I can get back to playing. Yeah, I feel so bad. I've been neglecting Boundless pretty bad, because this is one of those games where you'll be like, okay, I got a half an hour to relax, I'm just going to sit down and play this. And then at the end of the half an hour, you'll be like, oh, okay, well, I just want to do one more thing, and then I'll stop. And you look down, and it's like, oh, shit. This is, alright, I've been playing for like 6 hours now, so screw it. I might as well just keep playing. Why not? And then you end up playing for 8 or 9 hours. So up here we have the scrapyard, which is a place you can bring anything you've bought that you're not using, and you can just drop it on this grate, push the button up there, and it will melt it down into a little cube you can then sell for, I think, about half of what you paid for whatever the resources were. So yeah, like if I had an extra conveyor belt I wasn't using, I could bring it in here, burn it, and get at least half my money back. Then we have Faux Bricks Fancy Furniture, where you can buy all the cool stuff for your house. You get stuff like a plinth, which is kind of cool. I want to get a few of these because I've got something I want to display, which I made sure to put off to the side and not show in this video because it's a bit of a spoiler, and I don't want to ruin it for anyone. I will tell you that there are what's known as artifacts in this game. There's 6 of them you can find. They're all buried at the bottom of the various quarries. I think that each quarry has at least 1, and a couple of the quarries have 2. But once you find any 4 of them, you can do something kind of neat, and my little spoiler thing that I want to put on a plinth is what happens after that. So yeah, you can fish in this game. The fishing is a thing. I don't mess with it too much, but you can actually fish and sell the fish. I don't know what else you would do with the fish, because you can't eat them. So yeah, or you can just put them on this thing, which I suppose would be kind of fun. It's just, I mean, it's just more content and more things to do in a game that's already loaded with things to do. Safe to put your iron in. You can get a bust, which is just garish. I do love the little descriptions, though. You know, golden head statue. Who says money can't buy taste? Deer trophies. You know, the head of a deer. Probably dead. Definitively dead. And you got a throne. Yeah, that kind of humor just tickles me. I love it. And you can buy a decent bed instead of that crappy little camp cot I have. You can get fancy carpets. You can buy fancy tables. I know there's chairs around here somewhere besides the throne. I think there's chairs somewhere anyway. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll just buy a bunch of thrones. Like I said, I've got a ton of money. I don't care. And then you've got the tools and equipment shop where you buy all the various things. You've got your Goliath drill, which basically bores straight down to the bedrock, and then that's it. All you've got left is a hole. You've got the ram drill, which you covered. You've got the funnel you've seen, the harvester you've seen. These are your various pipe sections to put together your pipe network when you're ready. Sorry, I had to pause there for a second. And then you've got your furnace base. You've got hammers, cauldrons, you know, angled conveyor belts, regular ones. You've got this grinder here that I didn't actually use because that just turns big rocks into smaller rocks, essentially. You've got a mining helmet, which I also have, but I've not used. You basically, to play with it, you hold your button down to turn it on, and then you put it on your head. I can't do that now because I don't own it. And you've got, again, basic tools. You've got your basic shovel, your improved shovel. Lanterns you can get. I don't know if you noticed, but I had one. You've got the magnet tool, which will allow you to pick up scattered resources on the ground and just kind of lump them together, which is incredibly handy to have. Saw that you can use to cut metal bars into, like, from 1 bar down to 2, and 2 you can cut it down to 4 or whatever. And that's about it, I guess. And if you're wondering what's to prevent you from stealing this, like just chucking it out there and then walking off without paying for it, Wilhelm is preventing you from doing that. Come on. There we go. Okay, and over here we have the construction shop, which has got housing stuff. So you got your basic bed, you've got foundation blocks, lanterns, which are not lanterns, but light posts, which I need to buy a ton of. You've got walls of windows, roof bits, paint. You can paint the wall sections if you want, different colors. A basic door, you've got wooden foundations, you've got wooden floors, windows, and these things use ramps. You've also got the construction hammer, and I can buy a fishing pole if I want and go fishing. Or I can get a fishing pot, and I can build that and catch fish that way, I guess. I've actually not tried that one yet. I may have to. And you've got the wishing well, which has a little bit of a mini Easter egg thing about it. I'll show it to you in a second. And then over here you can buy your vehicles. So like if you lose your truck, and I've done that. I've had one that glitched out and ended up out in the middle of the ocean, and I couldn't get it back. And of course it was loaded with stuff. So I've had to buy another truck, and I actually have 2 or 3 of these things kicking around. And again, another giant excavator, which, I mean, prices are really, really low. You're not gonna struggle with this game. to be honest with you. I mean, it takes you a little bit to get rolling, but once you can afford a miner, you're pretty much minted. Everything after that's design. Alright, as you can see, this is worth 5,544 coins, so we'll go ahead and sell that all. And we will get 5,544 coins. Now, the Easter eggy thing, if you take, like, my 5,544 coins and drop it into the well, you get given... Whoops, where is it? Ah, there it is. A giant manky boot. I fished up a stinky old boot. And, hilariously, the boot itself is worth whatever coins you dump down the well. So if you want an expensive boot, you can have one. I don't know if there's any other purpose to it, but it doesn't multiply your money or anything. It just kind of is. So, alright, well, that was a quick look at Hydroneer. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made sense. I'm sorry I've been a little bit over-caffeinated today. I'm doing this at probably the wrong point in the morning to actually record a video. This is the day, the point in the day I have the absolute most energy, so it seemed like a pretty neat thing to do. And again, I'm sorry, I'm got a bit of a cold too, so I'm struggling a little bit, but I really wanted to get this done today. I wanted to show this game off. I completely love this game. I will tell you for a fact that I'm probably going to be doing a series on this down the road a ways, once some of the other stuff gets wrapped up, which, I mean, that's going to be a ways away, but I think probably before the end of the year you'll be seeing a Hydroneer series. And we can actually start from scratch and see how long it takes us to get back to where we were. Oh, and just so you know, I'm going to put my money in with my other money. I don't even bother with keeping my money in the truck anymore. I just leave it here because that's where I spend it the most. And you drop your money on top of itself and it adds to itself. And I have got, yeah, 90,000 coins. So I'm not hurting for cash. So, alright, well, anyway, I have been Digby. I thank you all. I really hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it and as much as I enjoyed this game. I hope that that enthusiasm carried over, because if you like a certain type of game, this is just an amazing. And if you don't, this is a really good introduction to that kind of game. You know, your factory and mining sort of games. Like I said, I find it incredibly relaxing. This is definitely my go-to game at the moment. And I can't wait to do a series on it. And I hope to see you there, and I hope to see you for the next video. Okay, back again. As you can see, I have dumped my dirt in there. I've got a nice pail of water to pour onto it. So let's do that, and let's see what happens once we take the brush to it. I got nothing. Fucking hell. Okay, do that again.